Hi everyone, welcome back to another food waste reduction cooking video brought to you by Leah's Pantry, Fresh Approach, and the San Mateo County Office of Sustainability. I'm going to be making a cilantro chili soup, but before we jump into the video, let me remind all the residents of the Bay Area, any county within the Bay Area, you can get vouchers to purchase your fruits and vegetables at your local farmers market or any of the farmers markets we are in partnership with. So to find out, watch until the end of the video for further instructions. In previous videos, we have talked about different techniques to preserve our fruits and vegetables in the fridge. We're going to talk about stretching your produce with the vegetables that you have laying around in your fridge that look a little tired or that's fresh as how you got them from the grocery store or your local farmers market. So for this soup, we're going to use some of the vegetables that you might have laying around in your fridge. In this case, I have half an onion that I have from a previous recipe. I have a half of a bell pepper that I'm going to use along with the end of my zucchini, as well as 2 stalks of celery to use for my chicken broth, which I'm going to make from boiling my chicken that I'm going to use for the soup. I have some cilantro I'm going to be chopping for toppings, and the other it's going to be for the chicken stock. I have about like a tablespoon of lime juice, 1 serrano chili. I have some corn, about a cup of corn, and about a tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, now that we have gathered all of our ingredients, we're going to proceed to chop our onions, tomatoes, zucchini, and serrano chili pepper. So a good way of repurposing your scraps is to use them for your vegetable stock. In this case, we are making a chicken stock. So instead of throwing away or composting our onion peels, we could just add them to our soups. And the same goes with the end of our zucchini. So we don't have to finely chop our onions, we just roughly cut them in medium chunks, and we proceed to do the same for our zucchini and tomatoes. For the serrano chili pepper, it's up to your taste. You could just use the end of it for the broth if you like very spicy soups, but if you don't, you could just add half of it. Or if you're not into very spicy food, you could just add a few slices, a few wheels of the serrano pepper. A good way of stretching your produce too is to properly store your fresh vegetables as soon as you get them from the grocery store or from your local farmers market. If you find any herbs like cilantro in this case, just get a plastic container or a glass container, add some water, and then just put them in like a flower bouquet, and that'll make sure that your cilantro doesn't go bad too quickly. But if you have a chance to put them in a bucket of water, you could simply just add them to your stocks, your vegetable stocks, your chicken stock like we're doing today, or you could blend them with some olive oil and freeze them in some ice cube trays. And whenever you need 1 cube of cilantro, you just take it out of the freezer and you add it to your recipe. So now we are going to saute our onions, or 1 cup of onions, with about 1 teaspoon of minced garlic, or you can use the whole clove. You can do 2 cloves of garlic. So we are going to saute for about 8 to 10 minutes. Now that we have sauteed our onions and garlic, we're going to proceed to add our zucchini, our half of the zucchini, our tomatoes, and some of our serrano peppers. This is up to your spicy tolerance. I personally am going to add just a couple, but you can add the entire pepper you like. I'm also going to add half a cup of my sweet corn. Okay. On low medium heat, you want to stir everything pretty well, and then just let stir fry for another 5 minutes or until everything it's well incorporated and properly cooked. Okay, so now that we have sauteed all of our veggies for another 5 minutes, we're going to proceed to add our chicken that we pulled apart from our chicken broth we made earlier with our veggies, scraps, leftover vegetables that are not looking so pretty anymore. So I just pulled the chicken apart. This is optional. You could just keep it all veggies, or you could just, do it as a chicken soup. So I just add the chicken in it, stir well, and we proceed to add our 6 cups of chicken broth or vegetable broth, along with some cilantro to add extra flavor, and we leave some to top it off when we serve. We stir well, and since this is the last step of our recipe, we are going to add salt to taste. It's always good to leave your salt for the end, because when you are boiling your vegetables, usually they add tons of flavors, and it keeps you from adding extra salt to your foods, which is not too good for our health. So you stir well again, we cover, and we let it boil for about 10 minutes. Okay, so this is what our final product looks like. I just top it off with some cilantro, finely chopped on top, with some of our leftover chiles and a leftover avocado I had in my fridge. And just to remind you, complete our survey so we can send you your VeggieRx vouchers to get your fruits and vegetables at your local farmers market. So thank you so much for watching today. Just leave us a comment down below letting us know what you would like to see next time, if you're willing to try out this recipe, if you will be using your leftover veggies from your fridge, and if there is anything else you'd like to learn for next time video. Thank you.